There's an item that was data mined. It's a pair of pants that has a map on it, and the map is of Kul Tiras. Kul Tiras is Jaina's birthplace, and what's really interesting about that is Jaina's been absent from the story for a while, and a lot of people are kind of like just glazing over that fact. In regards to story events, it actually makes sense where the Hearthstone expansion's kind of hinting at, though I know it's completely an offshoot story. It's not actually happening. Jaina's not actually going to become some kind of Lich King, though I do believe Hearthstone is providing context, along with NPC dialogue from Varamathras, data mined from the PTR against the Alliance and the Horde, namely the Alliance, providing context to the corruption that thirst for power can kind of bring. And she already has a thirst of vengeance towards the Horde. She wants revenge for Theramore. What they could have us do is Jaina reveals that she has become the Guardian. It only makes sense in my opinion because Khadgar doesn't want to become Guardian. I don't think they're going to introduce Madan anytime soon, and I really don't think he's going to take up his father's mantle and become the Guardian just like he did either. And the only fitting spot for Jaina would be to become the Guardian. And I say that because Jaina, she doesn't care who she hurts or what she hurts as long as she is able to exact the revenge that she wants, which is against the Horde, of course, for destroying everything that she loved. Jaina just really can't put that behind in the past like everyone else has, is where, yes, there's been conflict, but they need to team up at certain points, and Jaina just doesn't want that. That's why she backed out of the Kirin Tor Council. She refused to lead it with cooperation from the Horde, so she, just kind of hasn't been present for almost a year. Where I think the next expansion would be really fitting would be, so after we're done on Argus through the raid and everything, it's already been confirmed that we're going to be fighting the embodiment of the Titan Soul of Argus. So it's going to take some kind of respectable form that we can actually combat. I don't think we're necessarily going to be killing it, but I think we're going to be able to fight off the corruption, if there is any, or convince it, or however it's going to happen. And after that's finished, then we're going to be potentially notified or warned that something's happening on Azeroth. I don't think it's going to be Azeroth's Titan Soul Awakening necessarily, but I think there's going to be some kind of move by either Queen Azshara or Mal'Ganis. I say Queen Azshara and Mal'Ganis because they're both extremely influential characters in the Warcraft universe, and Queen Azshara has been gone for quite some time. Some subtle nods within the Tomb of Sargeras, such as the statues and the Naga and so on and so forth throughout the Legion, even not just Tomb. And Mal'Ganis has rather been absent from the story ever since Wrath of the Lich King, which he took control of a cult leader, and after that he kind of just disappeared, saying he'll be back. So I think it would be fitting for the upcoming expansion, whatever it's going to be called, to be based on islands, if that makes any sense, having multiple medium-sized locations and having us travel between each, similar to the teleport points on Argus or even the travel points in Veshir. But it would be a lot of different islands, lots of subsets. So we would be exploring Kul Tiras, Plunder Isle, the South Seas, Zandalar potentially, and just some other very minor subset of islands that we may never have seen, or maybe on the other side of Azeroth or something. And that could fit in with the tropical kind of setting that some people really want, and I think it would just make the most sense, unless you factor in Queen Azshara returning, which that would make a bit of sense because I don't think we're ever going to have a fully dedicated underwater zone again. So no, I don't think that we're necessarily going to be seeing Mal'Ganis in the upcoming expansion, but I think it would be fitting for Jaina to become the Guardian, take the Guardian's power, and with said Guardian powers trying to achieve power which is yet to ever be attained, in order to just exact her revenge and die at her birthplace, which would be Kul Tiras. In general, my main point is, if we go to Kul Tiras in the next expansion, it only makes sense for Jaina to become some sort of villain because of her thirst for revenge against the Horde. Very similar to Garrosh's thirst for revenge, it led him to his death, so why wouldn't Jaina be led to her death for the same exact revenge, if not even worse than Garrosh's? Jaina wants the Horde dead for a very mundane reason, and the only way that she can do that is by obtaining a stronger power. She is not strong enough to defeat the Horde by herself at the moment, but if she obtains the Guardian's power, she just may be, and then she will seek even higher powers once obtained, and the only way that is possible is by siding with one of our enemies, either Queen Azshara or Mal'Ganis, both of which have a very strong connection to the old god which we still have yet to face, N'Zoth. Thanks for listening to me ramble like a fucking moron throughout this entire video, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to get at.